Hi, my name is Guy Longlow. I'm an artist here on Vancouver Island. Today I'm going to be painting a watercolor painting over a textured surface. I use a Liquitex gel matte medium and some crumpled up tissue paper to create the textured surface that you see here. I'm wetting the paper down with my mop brush. I'm pretty much using the mop brush for this whole painting. Now what I'm doing is laying some blue at the top of the page for the sky, and some cobalt blue and some cerulean blue. Just letting the colors mix on the paper. Now I'm going to lay some phthalo green just in the middle of the page, just to create a river in the background of the forest. Now what I'm doing is mixing some Van Dyke brown and some Payne's gray, and just laying in some trees. You'll notice that there's vertical ridges in the surface. What I did was took my handle of my paintbrush to create these lines, creates these grooves that you would see in the tree trunks in the forest. So it creates a really interesting texture in the paint. So again, I'm just using Van Dyke brown, some Payne's gray, and a little bit of nickel quinacridone gold. That's the yellow color. That's a beautiful color. It really makes everything shine. Now I got some sap green I'm laying in here and there just to create some foliage. This is all going to be light colors. Now what I'm doing is laying some more Payne's gray and Van Dyke brown on the trunks, and you'll see that lots of water, and the water runs down the ridges that are created in the texture by the tissue paper. So you see how it's creating branches? It's like it's an easy way to paint trees. Painting basically is painting itself, and creates beautiful random looking branches and a really interesting texture that you see in the forest around here, where the moss is kind of dripping down off the branches and everything just looks so beautiful and green and lush. I have these greens like sap greens and blues. I'm just trying to create shadows and kind of moss colors on the trees. So I tilt the page, the paper, and this is like 300 pounds, so it's a really stiff paper. I'm feeling here and there where I feel like it needs some color. These will all be light colors, so it kind of fades into the background. And I'll be putting several layers over this painting. This is just the first layer, and a lot of these things will just fade into the background, create like textures in the background. But I'm going to create branches and the next layers that are standing out more. Now, for some reason, if I don't like what I have here, or some parts of it, I can just take a wet rag and basically wash it off. Some of the colors, like the phthalo green, are very persistent in staining, so that it won't come off, but most of these colors will wash off, or just be very dull colors in the background if I wanted to change anything. It's going to be like a dark um, painting of the west coast rainforest, where the moss is kind of dripping off the branches, and the trees are all covered with moss, and the lichens growing on the branches, and it's a very abstract way of painting, abstract art, I think. So the paint is really running now. This is what you want to create, is this. Just let the paint run. It's actually very satisfying, enjoyable watching paint run. Just putting in some light green in here, spotting it in here and there, and letting it mix with the paint, and it's basically going to create some green highlights that are in the background. I'll leave little spaces of white and blue just to create some light coming through the trees. You see here, you can see those ridges in the trees' trunks that create that beautiful texture. This is what it looks like, a little close up, and thank you for watching.